Right, yo boys, we are ready now. Let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Chat's great, everyone's here. Sound, we are ready and locked in. Pretty much for 29.
Right, yo boys,
I've got the volume on my phone then for some reason. Streaming bar is running. Lovely, we have everything under go. Okay. Solid, amazing. We're ready to go. Right, so we've got the team set up. I don't think it's very even. No, it is. We've got the team set up for 29. We're just going to look at whether we're going to sell anyone else apart from Ward. Ward's definitely going though. Ward's a max easy transfer. As if I don't think Pope's going to get injured, I'll probably just move Ward to Pope as it prevents price rises. Epic transfer plan. This is my plan for 29. Bench boost, Captain Madison. 140 predicted points. Madison's a differential captain here. I can move to Salah for -4 if Rashford's injured. Then I'll bring in Salah and captain him. And I'll just go with that. But let's say Rashford's injured, which I don't really think he is. The -4 for the keeper is -4. I'm not fussed about that because Ward's not going to play anyway. So I don't consider that a -4. This is my free transfer. That's the -4. So I've still, in my eyes, got a free transfer. So if I wanted to do Rashford to Salah, I can in my eyes. I know I did Madison though, in for Salah, so I'm not just going to bring Salah back in, that'd be stupid. But I might consider bringing in the likes of Bruno Fernandes in Gameweek 34. I still don't mind turning to Haaland, because I don't do that for a -4. I'm doing the Ward to Pope move as a -4. But, considering, the only problem I got with that is I think a lot of my league have actually got double keepers. I do think though I've got to try and hold a decent rank this year. So I went to 420k. Saka wrecked my rank, which wasn't great, but we're doing absolutely all right. We're staying on top, so we should be good. Actually, double week's normally good though. I just don't know. Something's leaning me towards fancying Madison. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm mad to go with Madison captain. Matoma is definitely up there for this week, but I do think having just Matoma and March and McAllister alone is going to be big for this week. And the fact I've got double Newcastle defence at my end. I've got Cash, so that's the differential himself as well. As he's still earned. He's not that earned. He's 4.7. To be honest, I don't really think Madison's that high earned. Madison's 9.6% earned. Chilwell's 9.4% earned. McAllister's only 6.6%. And March is only 9.2%. But I think Matoma's like 21.5% earned, Slay. I think so. Yeah. No, 22.7%. And I don't know what Watkins is currently owned at. Watkins is shit though, to be fair. I don't like Watkins. I don't think he's a good player. I don't think he can be a good player sometimes. I think he's good like for his attacking returns, like goals and stuff on FPL. I just don't think he's a very good player for Villa. I think he's a good player, but he'd be better elsewhere. Like maybe at the likes of Liverpool or Brentford, or someone else would maybe do well with Watkins more than Villa. I feel like Brighton could do very well with Ollie Watkins, but not Villa. He shouldn't play for Villa really. Pope, yeah, for Ward, it's going to be either him or Kepa, but I prefer Pope as he doubles again. And he doesn't. There's no chance of him blanking 32 where Kepa blanks 32, which is why I don't like having Kepa, as it's another Chelsea player who blanks in 32 that I've got to deal with, and I don't really like that. where Pope is versatile. I can play him 32, I can play Raya 32. It's a very versatile choice, and I like it. And I just think it is worth the extra, like, 0.7 or 0.5 or whatever the difference is. 0.7, yeah. Because I just think Pope is definitely worth it. As long term, he's a great pick, and he's got the double week this week, and 31 or 35 or 36. And I like his fixtures, and I think he's a keeper I can just bang in the net. Just not be worried about it, as I think he gets saved, you know, he gets a lot of good stuff, Pope, so I think it's just someone I can whack in the net and then just be happy about it. Henry, I'm kind of hoping that Rico Henry gets like an assist or a goal versus someone, and I don't think he'll get a clean sheet, but I'm expecting at least like 7 or 8 points out of him. I expect assist and some points, maybe bonus. I expect Raya to probably just get 2 each game plus save points, so maybe bonus, or 8 points, 7 pointer. I expect Pope to get a clean sheet, bonus points, and a non-clean sheet in the Man United game, bonus point. Maybe 12 pointer, 11 pointer. I expect Cash to get a clean sheet and an attack in return. So I expect like a 15 pointer, 13 pointer for Matt Cash. I'm expecting a goal off Watkins in both those games, so I'd say a good 13 pointer for Watkins. At least, maybe 9 in each game, so maybe an 18 pointer. I expect a goal for Kane, goal and assist from Matoma minimum, and for March I expect 2 goals, and McAllister I expect a goal and an assist. Maddison, I predict he'll get a goal and assist versus Crystal Palace and 2 goals versus Aston Villa. Rashford, I predict he'll get a goal versus Brentford and an assist versus Newcastle. Trippier clean sheet, Botman clean sheet, Botman bonus, Trippier bonus in West Ham game, and then possibly assists or anything threaten the Man United game. Chilwell, clean sheet Villa, probably maybe a clean sheet versus Liverpool if Liverpool play absolutely arse like they have been. And Raya, obviously, same. I've just talked about that. It's not really a lot of difference. And yeah, no, the only things I've considered maybe a -4 for, like I said, Erling Haaland, as I'm unsure if Tony's going to be worth keeping, but it probably is worth keeping this week and just not taking the hit. But Haaland is nice to own this week. So I don't think bringing him back in really, because it saves me a transfer in the long run. So it gives me an extra transfer next week that I wouldn't have had. And I get him for this week when a lot of people haven't got him this week. It's just, you take Tony out and you know Tony will go and score 2-3 goals and piss my rank up the arse like every other week. So, yeah. Kane versus Everton. I like Kane versus Everton. I think I'd back Kane to score versus Everton. I don't think that's a bad fixture for Harry Kane. He'd be up there in the captaincies in a single week if it wasn't for the doubles. I am considering Solly March as a captain though, because I do like Solly March. I like the idea of Solly March and the upside of it, because he's got Bournemouth and Brentford, which are not bad fixtures for Brighton. I know they played a crap team in the Cup, but I love the way Solly March played in that Cup game. I just loved how well he played. I think he played very, very well. But yeah, no. We're just going to see, I suppose, what happens in the weeks to come. Just hope nothing too out of the blue happens, I suppose. Nothing too out of the blue happens. I do think though, I wouldn't mind doing Tony to Haaland this week. As I do think it's a move that will pay off. But obviously Tony's predicted more points, so I wouldn't put past Tony to score versus Brian though. I just don't. If he plays both the games, bang on, I keep him over Tony. But over Haaland, sorry. I'm trying to pick faults, but to be honest, I don't really think there's anything else really. If I brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold, how long left for Haaland? But is it really worth the -4 when Henry's doubling anyway? No, it really isn't, because Henry's actually got a possible clean sheet fixture in the Brighton or Man United. we might play crap and get a draw. You know, it could happen. And I wouldn't put it past him to get something in one of those games, Rico Henry. I like him. I like Tony. So that's probably what we're gonna roll with. So boys, this was just gonna be a quick 15 minutes or so. I'm just gonna quickly say what we're gonna do. And so yeah, my transfer plans are Water Pope. Not gonna bring in Haaland now in the -4. We're considering it. We're captaining Madison. And then Gameweek 30s and stuff like that. We're just gonna pretty much just roll on, see how we go. I mean, if I rolled this without any chances the whole season, look, it's still predicted a pretty decent amount of points. So I wouldn't be annoyed about that team whatsoever. But no, this is where we bring in Haaland. Obviously, we'd bench. We bench Botman for me, as I don't like having triple Newcastle defence versus Brentford. Matoma over McAllister. Matoma March, I don't mind playing versus Spurs, to be honest. And the Haaland captaincy anyway, I'm going to predict like 62, yeah. And obviously going into this week. So I guess, 32. These are the blanks, you know, I'm not really going to want certain players. I've got one free transfer. So there's probably a case of just benching, obviously, Brighton, because he doesn't play anyway. Benching Rashford, as Rashford doesn't play. Unless he's 31, not 32. Yeah, let's pretty just run the team. Probably just run Trippier this week, because I think Wolves is better than Aston Villa for Newcastle. And I'll probably just play Chilwell versus Brighton, even though I know Brighton are going to score in that game. This is what I like to have now. I've got 2 free transfers this week, as I think I am going to really want to kind of get the most out of I can here. I know having double of these is nice, but I actually think I'd consider getting Rashford out. Because I look at it and I think, Joe, what, Brighton, I've got better fixtures. I know Rashford doors in 34. But I do think, for me, that move probably benefit me a bit more. Because I only have 1 player, 2 player blanking, 3 players, 4 players there, so let's put all the players on who don't blank. Just run that with 9 players, yeah. Happy run that. You know, not bad. Run it, let's see what happens. Going to 33. It's not great, you know, is it? But then I've got the likes of Matoma. To be honest, I wouldn't really bench Saka anyway. Wouldn't really want to bench Saka, would I? No. Oh, Trippier, no. So play with the Botman, that's who Brentford does. Probably bench Madison over Saka, to be honest. I wouldn't want to bench Saka versus City. That's what I wouldn't want to do. And triple Brighton either versus Nottingham Forest for me is not bad, because Nottingham Forest are crap. And look at this doubles now. 34, got doubles. With these obviously not doubling, this is where I'm going to want to bring in the Man United players back in now. But I'd set it up physically now. I know I wouldn't have Rashford, but I'd have Bruno Fernandes. You can come in for Watkins. Watkins can go out to someone who doubles this week, which will probably be Chelsea. And then I'd just move out Kane. Probably move out Saka. And captain Haaland. Because I don't mind not only Rashford on the weeks. or I don't do that, keep Watkins. Move Rashford back in for Saka to Rashford. I'd be quite happy with that, to be honest, and I could even captain Rashford if I wanted to. I'd be very happy with that game at 34 team. I'm going to game at 35. I've got a bit of an iffy one because... So I've got to play you versus Liverpool, but I've got 2 of these West Ham. Captain Haaland. But bench Solly March, I'd say. As I do like, what's his fixture? Let's see, I look to get rid of Rico Henry now. And bring in Gabriel. Not Gabriel, sorry. Not Gabriel, you don't. Luke Shaw. Just say Gabriel. As I like that fixture. It's like going to 36 now, look. West Ham, yeah, but then I got Moosh. Trippier's got Forest, you know. That's not what I want to get rid of him on. And I really don't want to put loads of these versus Arsenal. And I've got 1.4 in the bank. Now, I know Brighton probably double 37. But I do think having an Arsenal player or midfielder could be beneficial. So I think selling you to Jesus for me could be a good move for that week. Going to 30, yeah, because this sets me up now, look, because essentially you double. And I know I'm benching Kane. Would be a case of benching Kane or Brentson. Someone else looks like, nah, I don't even want to do that. Who else double 37? I don't really think, to be honest, not having playing Kane versus Brentford, if I'm playing someone like Jesus versus Forest, is really a bad thing, as Kane's not guaranteed to score versus Brentford for me. Leaves me 1 free transfer. Probably what I do. Chilwell, bring in Gabriel, as it allows me to bench like Botman, so I'm not tripling up on that. And that'll be my game at 37 team. I'm going to 38 then. Bench one of them, probably just bench Solly Arch. Defence, obviously. Just play you versus Chelsea. Or play Trippier, sorry, and sell Pope. Bring in these runs now. As I do like, I don't mind having Fernandes and Rashford still. Double those, boosh. Nice little team that. Finished the season on a decent game with a good 70 or so points. Happy days, wrap it up. I do think we're going to leave that there, boys. So, hope everyone has an amazing day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace and yeah, bye.